I stare at the faded red building. My truck is parked in front of it for some reason.
Why the fuck am I here?
Right. Why do you come here? The voice in my head is clearer than before, like some harsh whisper coming from inside the back of my neck and sinking its way into my head. It almost feels like I thought the words myself.
Is that a fucking clue?
It's a mystery. Ooh. My thought was rhetorical, and hearing it respond so aptly takes me off guard. I clutch my throbbing head in both hands, gone full fucking schizo. When the weird shit's on the outside, it's one thing, but on the inside, I grimace, bracing myself against the gate in front of me. Gate? There's no gate in front of this place in real life. I take a closer look and see the entire place is fenced off like some kind of high security complex. A tarnished rebar gate is the only entrance point. My truck is just on the other side. It's only about up to my chest in terms of heights, though it's got security spikes about every foot along the top. A single key lock is all that keeps each side and the tailgate together. It doesn't look too sturdy. I eye the truck through the bars and then check to make sure I still have the keys in my pocket. Sure enough, I feel the familiar leather Sagaro keychain between my fingers. So if his truck is actually there, where did he last leave his truck?
Did he leave his truck? That's a good question.
This could literally be his house. From what we remember of the hysteria and how it just makes you hallucinate.
Oh, that's true.
We could try the keys on the gate lock.
Let's do that, because break the lock, why would you break the lock?
And plus, I mean, unless he breaks the keys off in the lock, it probably isn't a problem. Plus, if he tries to break the lock, he might just jam it.
Yeah.
If the keys don't work, if the keys don't work, he can just break the lock anyway. Yeah. Without even thinking, I take out my keys, flipping through the ones for City Hall. I grab the sides of the lock and push in the key, twisting. To my surprise, I keep turning my wrist without resistance, and hear a soft click as the fastening point comes unlatched. I stare at the lock, feeling some sense of accomplishment. It soon falters as I note that the lock being there in the first place doesn't make a lick of sense.
What in the fucking fuck?
Also, the tips of my fingers that were grabbing to the lock appear to have been stained black. Paint of some kind. Someone must have painted the lock recently, though the fence itself still looks pretty faded. I wipe my hands off on the back of my pants and push open the gate. It only opens about 6 feet wide, nowhere near enough room to get my truck through. If I revved hard and gunned it, I could probably break through, though I've got a feeling it's not what I'm supposed to do. There's not really a fence in front of this place. This isn't fucking real, but I'm seeing it. So, why am I seeing it? That's the fucking question, right? Duke's words from earlier come to mind. The things we've all got something after us. Something bad. Won't let you leave when it starts. What's after you? as if knowing would fucking help me right now. If not, just be even more fucking confused in the long run. I have expected the voice from earlier to speak again, but it's silent. Just a dull throb in the back of my head. The smart thing to do, the logical thing, as Dax would put it, would be to sit down under a nice tree and just ride this out like a bad trip. Maybe get some sleep. I can fix it. Like turning a computer off and on again. I peer up at the sky. The red lights from the building make it seem as though the sky itself was blood red, expanding to various pinkish hues to the horizon. Like fucking hell, I could get a wink during this shit. The pounding in the back of my skull just keeps thudding away, a constant beat that reverberates through my head like a cavern. I step up to the door with the engraved bit of signage next to it. Yeah, for the seed? Of course, that ain't what it usually says. The cheeky ass, winky, smiley face is still there, though. Let out a short sigh.
You fucking idiot.
I turn the handle and pull, but it doesn't budge. I push next, and still nothing. The handle shouldn't turn if it's locked. I'd know. I've been here before when it was. I push once more, and I'm surprised that it gives, the door opening. I only leave it open a crack, still a bit wary about whatever weirdness lies within. The first thing I notice is the burning smell. It's stronger than it is outside. It's hot as hell, too. This place had a kitchen. I'd swear something was being overcooked in it. At first, it's quiet. Nothing but the creaking wood beneath my feet. Then, music starts to play. I notice the boxy television set in the corner of the room is turned on, a grainy old cricket match on the screen. It's all very much the same from what I remember, except for a lone otter sitting at the counter bar. He's holding something to his head, an ice pack. He's nursing some shitty import pale ale in his free paw. There's no one else in here but him, at least in the front area.
Hey, you!
The otter's posture stiffens.
Yeah, you! Are you real?
What? He responds back, his tone exasperated and groggy. Confusion. That's, a good sign, I guess. I step a little closer, the otter using the bar counter to rotate himself in his swivel bar stool. He's decked out in a skull t-shirt, cargo pants, and one of those lame scout caps that only jarheads, leather daddies, and theater kids wear. He seems dazed, squinting at me like I'm a bright light. Someone turning up the orchestra in here?
What?
After a moment, something seems to click and his eyes widen suddenly, a long smile crossing his snouty muzzle. Motherfucker! He pushes himself to his feet, making his way through the bar's haze. What are you doing here, you big-ass bitch? He claps my shoulder roughly, then pulls me into a tight hug. For an otter, he's got a strong grip, and I actually irk aloud as he pats my back.
Fuck? What the hell are you doing?
After a moment, he pulls away, raising his shadowed brow beneath his hat. Then I notice his eyes, baby blue, almost gray. Not a common color for his kind of otter. There's some bags under them, though, like he hasn't slept in some time. I was fixing to ask you the same thing. It's been dead all night, and I wasn't expecting company. It's kind of unreal seeing you here like this, though. It's been... He huffs, astonished, with a slight air of sheepishness. Well, a while. He folds his arms over his chest, the otter looking up at me from beneath the brim of his hat with a sort of wry expression. He seems happy to see me, and it's also familiar.
Wait a second.
I blink.
Jesus fuck. Sid?
He lets out an amused noise, nodding. Yeah! Wait. Don't you even try to tell me you're here by coincidence. He's an adult. Fucking 6 feet tall, I'd reckon. He's in shape, too, rocking a full-on muscle shirt. I look around as if expecting to see Chase around a corner with a video camera and shit-eating grin. There's still no one around us, though.
I'm sure there's a reason I'm here.
He seems to perk up some, doing a one-handed finger gun gesture. Finger gesture my way while the other nurses an ice pack against his head. Knew it. I'm glad. Knew it. I'm glad, yeah. Did you get my Christmas package? I wasn't sure you'd like it. Saw them in the Macy Maze thrift down by Elwyn. Haunted Hacienda. Deadly Love Rivals 2. Final Obsession. The Choir Boy and Horror Sleuth. Shitty B movies I got from the bargain bin. You know, the sort. Not a whole lot of plot to get in the way of the film. Plus, bundled them up with a bunch of crossfire shooting mags. Oh yeah, I also threw in some jerky I got from a trade show after my match in Desert Springs. The jerky, it's super good. Hatch green chili flavored. You know, that's where they grow that shit en masse, right? World capital. I can't help but stare, absolutely flabbergasted. This is what he looked like? When I don't immediately respond, his smile dissipates some. Maybe you didn't get it? Fucking delivery guys, right? Probably some weasel or something with a good smeller. He honks his own black nose, pining for some jerky.
Am I fucking dreaming right now? Am I asleep? Or just tripping?
The otter, Sydney. He's looking at me more worriedly. You, want to sit down or something? I look around a little at the still empty bar. Facade or not, my legs are killing me.
Sure.
He motions towards some old wood and velvet bar stools next to a raised table in the corner. We take our seats. After Sydney grabs his drink, of course. Damn, Sid got huge in this one.
Sydney got beefy.
Yeah. I don't know where the bartender went.
He's usually in the back.
I look toward the smoke room door. Nothing seems to have changed about it. He?
Yeah, he. Big tiger fella. Only guy who works here, as far as I know.
He scrunches his brow, thinking for a moment. Unless he's got a sex and species change to become a bleach blonde bunny with a big bouncing tits. I don't think so. I grunt. What the hell's he talking about?
He was into dressing up in chick panties, but I don't think we're talking about the same person. Or to the same bar.
Sid smirks, looking at me a little wide-eyed. Thinking of one of your gay bars, right?
The fuck are you talking about? This is the gayest bar in the state. If this were real, we'd be 20 fucking. There'd be 20 fucking dudes reaming each other behind that door as we speak, including the bartender.
I point to the familiar no smoking labeled door, my tone more firm now. Including you? His comment has a derisive, teasing tone. After a second, he blinks, looking back over his shoulder to see what I'm pointing at. You've been porking guys who go to clown school? That's a goddamn tiny janitor's closet. It says so on the door. I squint at the door. For a brief, fleeting moment, I can almost quite make out the little mop and bucket symbol posted in the center. But it's simply not there. I honestly don't know why I came here tonight. I guess I just had a good feeling in my gut. Feeling about it in my gut. And by that, I mean I saw a picture outside for some Chipotle dusted beer, and my stomach got a boner. I guess it also worked out since I got to see you. He thrusts his arms towards me, trying to put on a cheeky, sarcastic grin, like he's trying to play off the statement as he realizes how sappy it sounds. There, to my knowledge, has never been advertisements of spiced beer nuts posted outside the bar here.
Jesus.
I slowly lean back into my chair, letting out a long exhale.
It's real good to see you, too. More so than you probably know.
He opens his muzzle to speak again, but I cut him off.
Sid, where do you think we are?
He takes a swig from his beer, peering at me for a long moment before examining his surroundings. It's, you know. He snaps his fingers a few times. The beer nut place? He frowns, shifting his ice pack back to his noggin. Fuck, I'm not that sauced. I hit my head real hard on the counter when I was bending over to pick up my phone. Shit. Did we have plans to meet here? I genuinely don't fucking know.
I sure as fuck didn't. I
trail off for a moment, swallowing away the tight feeling in the back of my throat. I pull my phone from my pocket, turning it over in my hands. Still dead.
I wasn't expecting to see you ever again.
His blue eyes widen, the other giving me that same doe-eyed look he'd give me after we'd been hanging out. I'd say I have to go. He never wanted to go home. Look, I know after I bailed on the interview you set up with, you were pretty pissed. Rightfully so, too. Fully justified. I get that. I know, I fucked up.
What?
I'm trying to get clean. I swear to shit. It's just so fucking hard, you know?
You on drugs?
No, I mean... No, now. I'm sober as fuck. I look to the ale in his paw.
Sans the booze.
Look, all the other guys I wrestled with at the road shows, though, they're all on the shit. Everybody's trying to bulk up and stuff, so they actually get a pop. So they actually get a pop when the crowd sees them. His tone is completely defensive, the other looking me straight in the eyes, searching for any sign of doubt. There's this one guy, Cody Altaro, or, well, he goes by the name Rico Renaissance now. He's been getting booked as my rival, and the bastard's up 25 pounds in 2 months. 25, 20 fucking 5 pounds. No way in fuck he's doing that with chicken breast and protein shakes.
Wait. You're telling me you wrestle for a living?
That would explain the muscle shirt and those tacky ass wristbands.
Like, that's your actual goddamn job.
Sydney leans back some, still peering at me with that same searching look before he gives me the people's eyebrow. Can you smell what Sid is baking?
And, you know, he does people's eyebrow. Are you still some Echo Clerk jobber? Yo, jabroni?
Sid is ready. Sid just walks into the bar. Oh yeah! Macho Sid is...
Oh yeah, Macho Sid! You tear my shirt in half! Ew! Yeah!
His commercial is just some fat guy punches him and then runs off. It's like, stupid way to lose fat.
Or is it just turned to the good idea, bad idea?
Yeah,
Good idea. Just bulking, eating right, whole bunch of like, it's like what's that thing called where you just where it has like a whole bunch of scenes together?
Oh,
I forget what it's called in movies. Yeah, no, not
Oh,
not a
montage.
Montage, yeah. It's like a montage of like working out, eating good, doing cardio, and then bad idea. Punch Sid and he just beats your ass. How to lose weight. In Echo. Or wherever the fuck we are now.
Yeah? You used to go to my shows all the time. SSF, Sunday Fun Day Fights. SSF, Sunday Fun Day Fights? It's mainly fucking juggalos and shit, and a shit show. And shit show. It's mainly fucking juggalos and shit now, and we get paid in pennies and grass, but, you know, it's a start. I'm tough. He sniffs, eyes drifting down his arms on the sticky table surface. He doesn't seem grossed out by it. Ryan told me that they never clean up in front of anyone. They never clean up the front anymore. Said not to touch the underside of tables since they're packed solid with two things, gum and cum. I noticed patchy areas in his fur near his inner elbows, and it takes me a moment to register. He's got fucking injection marks. He seems to see me staring and pulls back his arms. I gawk at him for a moment, Sidney bracing himself for whatever I'm about to say. It gives me a sinking feeling in my gut, but it makes sense. With the shit Sid dealt with growing up, every sign was pointing towards him getting some sort of chemical addiction down the road.
It ain't just roids, is it?
Well, yeah, well, you know me. I take some shit for, you know, the mental stuff.
Mental stuff? I'm assuming it ain't prescription?
You assume correctly. He speaks slowly, twiddling his thumbs in his lap, his eyes dancing from the bottle in front of him to me, then back. I'm not sure what to say. We sort of just sit there in awkward silence. I know you never really understood all the fucky stuff going on in my head. I just want to thank you for sticking around as long as you did. Can't say the same for anyone else. I'm not really an easy person to have the back of, especially when I'm one person 1 minute and another the next. I remember the shit Chase was talking about earlier, about the incident at the ice cream place in Pueblo. The way he just clicked and changed. He continued speaking, the otter shifting his thick tail listlessly behind him. And Tell your roommate Dax thanks as well. I know you both really tried to get me a stable job at that print shop. Oh, okay, this is Carl, maybe?
I kind of had a feeling he was like blending Carl's backstory and, well, I guess more present story into like this hallucination of
Yeah.
Flynn or Sydney.
But fuck, would have never worked out. Schizo like me can't hold a position like that. Instead of Carl, Sydney was the one I would have been helping. Realize he's still out there, caught up in all this hysteria without me while I'm stuck in this place.
Sid, this isn't real.
Yetta gives me another strange look. He clearly was expecting me to be acting much differently than I am now. Like he'd been preparing to speak with me for some time now, and I've completely derailed his plans to get a lot of this shit he wanted to say off his chest.
You're not real. I'm just fucking daydreaming right now.
I thought you couldn't dream. You used to get annoyed as hell with me when I'd go off about the shit I'd dream about.
Yeah, well, I am now.
How would you even know that it was a dream? How would you even know what a dream was if you hadn't had one? After all, you look more like you just woke up. I shake my head, watching the blurry brown and black form in front of me shift from side to side. I keep expecting him to just not be there when my vision refocuses.
Look, let me just lay this shit out plain like. You can't be here. You're dead. You drowned over a decade ago. In Lake Emma, I think. Chase did it.
Or at least, I think he did. Sid looks uncomfortable, as if the slight semblance that all this is some elaborate, fun ruse I'm pulling on him is looking increasingly unlikely. Okay. Well, that didn't happen. No nuts. And Chase? That twink couldn't hurt a fly. He sighs, rotating his half-empty bottle on a pail on the table and smearing the ring of condensation that forms beneath it. I'm right fucking here, and I want to talk to you. His tone turns terse, hurt even.
No, shitbird. You died. Gigi saw two bodies with brown fur writhing in the water before you drowned. They all thought you died on your own somehow. Like you passed out or some shit. But I knew better.
I see a flicker of realization in Sydney's eyes, and again, he shifts uncomfortably. I think I remember what you're talking about. But I'm not dead. I'm here, motherfucker. Feel me. He reaches across the table and takes my wrist, squeezing hard. It's like he's trying to give me an Indian burn, like he used to. I yank back my hand.
Fuck off!
He stares wide-eyed at me, his maw slightly agape. A moment passes before he speaks again. Why are you acting like this? Like you can't fucking just enjoy goddamn company. Plus you're so damn intense. You're not even high right now. This isn't fucking fair. I'm your goddamn best friend. Hell, you're like my gay, scaly brother. You can't fuck with me like this. This is too real. I quickly shake my head, closing my eyes. You're dealing with me right now, not that thing inside my head. And that's fucking becoming rarer and rarer, the thing these days. so I'm just really trying to enjoy the time I've got. Just talk to me. I don't want to think. Trails off, staring down at his lap.
Think about what?
Dots. There it is. The change. The music seems to sound further and further away until it dissipates entirely. Huh. Maybe you're right, Flynn.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The sick heat left forgotten and conversation began to crawl up my back. Grabbing into the table and to help maintain my own posture, it's clear that something has shifted. The little bit of light in Sydney's eyes just gone. 2 bodies.
What?
2 bodies, right? I remember now. Man, that shit fucking sucked, didn't it? Shifting uncomfortably, the topic had reversed into what he had previously denied.
2 bodies, Sid. You're fucking dead. I saw you. I looked you in the face, and I saw nothing.
I grip the edge of my seat, my gut feeling like it's twisting in on itself. It's like I'm standing in front of a roaring fireplace, the smell of smoke and fresh ash licking my nostrils, while the heat tickles my scales. Sydney's gone forever, and all that's left is this.
Who are you?
It feels different to me. The thing that isn't Sydney looks around. This is not the smoke room. It looks like it, but not to me. The other continues to stare off to the side before seeming to realize I asked a question. Sam, I am. While he speaks, he points towards you, across the table with both hands. There's something metal in his grasp, long and with a barbed end. I can't make out exactly what it is exactly. I swallow and try to speak evenly.
Who's Sam?
A facsimile of a person that was. I'm dabbing myself in ink so I never dry, but it smudges. A simulation. In here, I become me with you.
Me?
Odd pounce, no? Not sure I hear the first part correctly. At first they came through the gates, then they came through the stars. There's a pause. Did they come for you? For you? He looks back at me. He looks at me. I feel my legs begin to shake. I tremble, wishing I was anywhere but here. The others before, they bounce, undulating in constant restless motion. The hollow figure heaves, breathing heavily as he sways, Sydney's body up and down. He stares at me with eyes that remind me of the fish Carl and I catch at the pond. But that's not what you want. You want the answers? After all, it's a bit late for love, and too still for lust.
I just fucking need to know what happened to Sydney so that this hysteria stops and that everyone else is safe again.
That could help. But are you sure you really want to know? You can chase the truth until you're red in the face. The thing looks over towards the smoke room door. What was once Sydney raises his arm to point at it with unnatural, stuttery movements. It ebbs and flows like the tide. You can ride it. Each time the tide comes in, it's a little less of what it once was. Abstracted. It goes where sorrow sprouts and takes with it what it can before rolling back out. Some tides are particularly large. He waves a blurred paw at me, and again I see the metal thing grasped in his paw. He seems to see me looking at it and holds it in front of me. You burn them all down around you until only the truth remains. You needn't the superfluous kindling, for those are but the lies they tell others, eventually themselves. You'd make a good detective if you weren't marinating in your own nepotistic squalor. Unlovable, shameful, a sin to all who initially cared for you. Truly, only belonging among the sawdust, semen, and ash. Thoughts drowned out amidst the moaning and groaning of unfamiliar shadows. The only one who precisely knew you, who precisely loved you, ushered into the tide by those you thought fondly of, and justice denied again and again and again. He pressed the barbed tip of the rod into the table. There were 6, and now there's 5. The distorted otter is looking at the thing in his grasp when he says this. It's a fire poker. I hesitate to speak, my mouth feeling dry and my forked tongue caught between my teeth.
Yeah, I get it. But, well, what I just saw with Sydney, was that real?
It could be. Somewhere in here. He seemed to be referring to the poker. I reach for it, but my hand can't quite touch the metal. It phases right through it. The hollow thing just stares at me, watching my futile attempt. Slowly I rise to my feet, my legs gelatin-like as I wobble some. I manage to steady myself with my tail, grasping the sticky table for support. The distorted otter just watches me, somehow looking almost eager. With no small amount of trepidation, I begin to approach the smoke room door, the sound of crackling flames growing louder as closer I get. This has to be it. The alternative being doing nothing, which, while real damn appealing, probably wouldn't stop what's going on outside. That's how this works, that is. I grasp the handle.
Fuck me.
Many have. I stop, looking back over my shoulder. The figure is leering closer. Now.
Nuts. Fuck you too.
As I turn back to face the door, I swear I see the shape smile. I turn the knob and step inside. The air is absolutely electric, and I feel myself involuntarily shiver. I brace myself against the wood-sided walls, staring through the darkness. Never seen it this empty before. I get the sensation in my gut that something terrible happened here. I look back. I don't think the shape followed me. I'm still here.
God damn it. Leave me alone.
I feel my blood chill, but I keep moving. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. This version of the smoke room is impossibly large. I keep walking through the darkness, expecting to reach an end, but it doesn't happen. It just keeps looping in on itself. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be looking for. I hear a sharp crack, a gunshot, followed by a low cry. Someone's wailing. It doesn't sound like it's coming from inside, but rather a reverberating noise outside. Far away. The whole room begins to vibrate as if activated, rumbling stronger on one side of the room. I walk in that direction. As I approach, I hear more wailing, more voices, some sounding different, rather close. Flynn! Now there's huffing and panting, the sound of hooves and soft feet on stone floor. They're trying to catch up with me at the other end of the long cavernous hallway. The rebar from before. Jesus, not in the smoke room. In the mines. It's very, very hot. I feel my whole body rumble like shockwaves are bouncing my insides. Kinetic energy. Electricity. Like 1,000 subwoofers reverberating from the stone walls. We're here. The source. The seed.
Dude! Stay back!
Initially, it's like a cold shower, an icy sensation that presses against my front and washes over me like a tide. I recoil, but there's nowhere to withdraw back to. At first, measure. The body isn't able to discern extreme cold from extreme heat.